Huh?
Welcome to Minneapolis by Night, Vampire Edition. As you can see, I already stated. This is going to be the meeting between Dante and Julian, where Dante has a lot to answer for because,
Because
or shall we
I'm
even say,
Dante. I'm the fucking Padre. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Right now Julian's at the compound.
Okay.
I assume Marcelo.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm texting Marcelo because he's been staying at her place, and he's going to immediately be like, the text will come out, where are you?
At Julian's.
Address. Question mark.
She's going to say, I assume you're wanting that meeting. And
I'm in the
she'll
car.
send the address.
Okay. 5 minutes later.
And she'll send Julian a message just because he found it so amusing to do to her prior to this. Being like, yep, looks like someone's ready to meet with you.
We're in the same house. Why are you texting me?
And then she says, for the same reason you did.
I didn't know you were home. That's the difference.
I didn't know necessarily either.
Liar. I'll inform the guards.
Yep.
You get to a gorgeous large house. Big gates. Big guards standing at gates.
So yeah, he will park the papal car. He will park the Pope mobile and get out.
Yep, he's waiting on you.
Okay.
Walk over to
He
the
is not
house.
in his papal robes, actually, at this point.
Yes, but they're only expecting
he is in. He is in a trench coat, which, Bill, for purposes of knowledge, he would have gotten from his father. Actually, it is his father's trench coat. Nothing special about it, other than it's got Kevlar in the underlining.
Okay.
He is in a short sleeve T-shirt, muscle shirt underneath that, and jeans. And so yeah,
They buzz you
and
in.
by trench coat I mean full to the ground drapes duster.
Gotcha. They buzz you in. Gates open. You drive up. As you drive up, you see several patrols and guys with guard dogs.
Okay. Gonna drive up. Gonna park.
Cameras.
That's fine. So yeah, he'll get out of the vehicle and close the Pope mobile, lock it, and fuck it, I have eat food. He'll swallow the keys.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, he's prepping. If you gonna take him, fuck it. It's gonna be a fucking bloodbath. If you want to take him and dispose of the vehicle like the fucking good mob you are, you gonna have to go through some shit. Fuck it.
You see at the front doors, you see two guards armed with M16s.
M16s or M4s? Just out of curiosity.
M16s.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
As you approach, one of them opens the door.
Okay. He will walk to the guard and walk in. Is there some sort of butler guy here, by chance?
There is a gentleman standing at the door waiting on you.
Okay.
He's in a butler-esque outfit.
Cool. I'm going to walk up to him.
Yes, Father William, correct? Dante? Father Dante... oh, crap, I don't remember.
Santiago.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Father Vasquez. Sorry, Santiago is his middle name.
Yeah.
Or Dante.
Vasquez, you are... We've been expecting you. Right this way.
Before the butler dude walks away or turns, he's going to immediately slowly open up one side of the trench, take out a 1911 and hand it to him.
He looks down at it, walks over, puts it on the table.
Okay.
And you hear him snap, and you see a guard come around. He just kind of points the gun. Guard says nothing, grabs the gun.
Okay. So yeah, he will follow him to wherever this meeting is.
He walks you to a set of the double doors. You see another 2 guards. These guys are carrying MP5s. Silenced.
You know, I'm just saying, MP3 I can put on a data stick. MP4 or MP3 holds my music. MP4 is my music. MP5, well, that escalated quickly. So, yeah, he'll walk in.
So, because also, just for the record, are there any rooms close to Julian's office that are quote unquote, we'll call them public for lack of better wording,
Yes.
that are, say, within hearing range?
No.
No?
All the rooms near Julian's office are all non-public.
Oh, I'm just saying, if this goes bad, you're not going to be hearing shit out of that room anyways.
Well,
Shroud kills noise.
no, yep. Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Side note, not only does Shroud kill noise, but it shreds wraiths. So, that being said, let's roll.
And
This double door.
At your door, Marcella, you hear a knock.
She opens the door.
The Don seeks your presence.
Very well. And she will go to Julian's office.
Well, this is a change. Julian doesn't usually have 2 guards at his door. But he's got 2 guards with MP5s with silencers. And, yeah, if you kind of look around, up and down the hallway, there are a few more guards.
Okay.
All carrying heavy weapons.
Noted. Noted.
They let you in. Good. You're both here. He smiles. What, do you think I'd leave you out of this one, Marcella?
I wasn't sure.
He smiles. Sit. Let me hear.
Dante will take a seat.
As will Marcella.
Julian's got on his serious face. Just that way. Well, you wanted a meeting.
Yes. Not exactly under these circumstances. So, you have questions, I have answers. Let's cut through the bullshit. Let's cut through the niceties. Let's be honest. You wanted honesty? Let's go. And he will narrow his eyes and, at this point, take off sunglasses. And he folds his hands into one another. Very businesslike. Actually, it's almost like he just, went from the Padre, which everyone has known, Venture. Or, oddly enough, maybe a Tremere.
Yeah, Marcella looks a little uncomfortable at this point, as her eyes are just, darting back and forth.
I'm listening. What do you want?
What do I want?
At the time, around. You need.
What I want is very, very simple. You want business. I want her. And he immediately, looks out of the corner of his eye at Marcella.
She glances back over at him.
You want Green Bay. I want her. I believe a trade is in order. And I believe this trade is very, very simple. Actually, to be more specific, and he holds up a finger and winces almost as if he had just gotten stabbed in the side. Actually, I want her and the boy. Now,
He just chuckles.
You want business in Green Bay. I want her and the boy. I believe it's a fair trade if I open business to you for the 2 of them. That's what I want.
He's not saying anything different than what she's already told him, so Marcella doesn't have anything further to say on it, really.
Yeah, that's fine. Found that at a garage sale.
Has she told you there was another one who wants the same thing?
Has she told me what?
There's another one who wants the same thing?
That's unfortunate.
I guess that's a no. He just looks over to Marcella.
She just kind of shrugs slightly because it wasn't actually blatantly known until the last scene. I had my ideas, but it wasn't known up until recently.
All right. So, there's another who wants her. Great. I believe that business supersedes that, however. Or have I mistaken you? Have I mistaken the whole point of this?
You're not saying one way or the other. I'm just merely pointing out that another has asked for interest in her.
He smiles and looks over at Marcella, then looks back at Julian. Yes, and there are sinners in hell who want water.
You hear a knock at the door. And you see one of the guards pop in. Sir, she's here. Send her in. He smiles.
Oh, hell no. That Marcella is just like, oh, fuck. She knows.
At that, William actually kind of raises his arms and props them on the back of the chair and kind of leans back and runs his tongue over his upper teeth.
You see a female about mid-20s walk in.
Okay. Is she the one that his father sent him the intel on?
Gonna have to remind me of the character.
Because I sent to you, I was like, hey, I need all intel on Julian, and you were like, okay, this is what your dad gets you. And you gave me a list of, like, his shit, his sire, yada yada.
Yes, it's her sire. It's his sire.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, like I thought. That's why Marcella's like, oh, fuck.
At that, his right hand will come up, cover his mouth, and kind of, like, rub his jawline. Oh, my.
She just takes a chair in the back and watches. Julian smiles. Why, you were getting intel on me there, Father? I was getting intel on you. He just looks
I see.
I'm doing a perception empathy just to,
Can I get perception because I can't have empathy? I'm on psychology.
Sure. How many?
Holly.
Holly, how many does he have? Come on, Slacker.
Let's see. Looks like just 3.
3? Okay.
That sounds about right.
Out.
And I got 6.
Wow, you don't see shit, and actually you get a headache.
Okay.
Hey.
I got a 10 and a 7. If detail-oriented counts, then 10s explode.
He has no expression whatsoever. He's calm.
Okay.
So wait, he's coming up as calm?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, buddy. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's called immediate. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can see on his face, he's, he doesn't have any, he smiled briefly, but other than that, he's had a straight face, basically like what's in the picture. I mean, there's no one way or the other. You can't really tell right now what's going on.
Eh.
So,
I'm like sitting straight up
Yeah,
in the
actually,
chair at this point.
Bye, guys. Did you inform the young man that he's needed here too? You hear in the background. He'll be here in a moment. No.
oh, we have more dinner guests. Good.
I'd be very careful of your tone, Father. You see Julian look at you.
Pardon me.
Considering the young man I'm referring to is her son.
Why is he?
And he
going to be
immediately
here?
shuts up.
He doesn't need to be here for this.
Oh, yes, he does. You're involving him in this matter. It damn well concerns him. He has a right to be here, considering you guys are choosing his fate for him. What did I tell you, Marcella? I'm going to give the
Very
boy
well.
free will.
Very well.
Short time later, you hear a knock. Lorenzo walks in.
That's obviously
Julian?
not why she was concerned.
Dante's immediate expression.
Lady Mariana, it's good to see you again. How you doing? Please, have a seat. Sits right next to Mariana.
Marcella just kind of raises a brow.
What, you think I'm going to hold secret meetings about him and not let him involved? Let's
wasn't
put
my
everything out on the
concern.
table.
That
Why don't you
wasn't
put
my
everything out on the
concern.
table while he's here? Since you want to involve him in this little deal, Father, why don't you ask him? He's under
He'll
no
smile at
coercion
that.
from me or Mariana. He's of his own free will, and he's allowed to choose what he wants.
He'll smile at that and fold his fingers into each other at this point. Lorenzo, what do you want out of life?
I'd like to be a kid for a bit longer, enjoy being
Right.
alive. He just kind of looks at you.
You want freedom? You want to be a kid?
Well, yeah. That's what I've been given here, pretty much. He lets me come and go as I please. Gotta admit,
Under arms
his guards are
guard,
pretty
yeah.
good about hiding.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. He's hiding from me from the rest of the family because if they find out that, of his plans, they're going to kill him and take me and embrace me without my permission. Isn't that pretty much the gist of it there,
What are
Julian?
these plans?
Even Julian looks confused. You shouldn't leave me
What are
there
these
either.
plans?
Marcella knows all too well that he knows all about this shit, so she's not surprised that he just randomly said this at all.
So,
Lorenzo looks
Lorenzo,
right at you,
what-
by the way.
What are these plans? Just out of curiosity. Since we're all laying our cards on the table.
And Marcella does
Well,
glance
let's
at
see.
Lorenzo and smile at him because she's like, yep, obviously
Apparently,
know just what
Marcella's
to say.
Apparently, Marcella's sire is someone who has pissed another of the families off, and they have laid claim to him.
Tell you
Yes,
what.
Mom, I know all about it.
Tell you what, Lorenzo.
And
Do you,
as you know, in our family, we settle grievances by embracing someone of importance.
Oh, well, that was actually a bit more than she knew regarding him. That was news to her.
Yeah,
Dante will shrug. So,
Julian doesn't seem
Lorenzo.
surprised.
do you want to completely escape the family? Do you want your freedom? Complete escape from the family?
I don't know. I kind of like, having, as weird as it is in Italy, here, Giovanni, I just kind of get creepy looks and then people leave me the fuck alone. So, I mean, it is kind of nice to have that, at least, last name as a background. Plus,
Well-
I gotta admit, the money's pretty good. I'm a made man.
He'll smile at that.
He smiles. I just wanted to say that.
Well, what I'm offering you is freedom from it all. That way, in case the plans do get found out, and kind of looks over at Julian at this, that way, in case the plans do get found out, you're still safe. you still have that freedom of choice of whether you wish to become embraced.
And what's the catch? He looks at you.
The catch is you come with me. No, I'm not going to ghoul you. I'm not going to do anything like of that nature. It would
Damn right.
upset your mother greatly.
Anyway.
It would upset your mother
I know how it
greatly.
works. He smells. I know how it works, unless you snuck it in my food. But obviously, you haven't seen how I eat.
But the catch is we leave here. And you come with me, and I take you to a safe place. And the catch in all that is simply I give up something of mine for the ability for your mother and you to come with me.
You mean you allow the Giovanni into Green Bay, which you're the prince of, in exchange for me and my mom coming with you? Doesn't really sound like a fair deal for, you, honestly. He looks at you. These guys really should not let me near computers.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. Yeah, you would be correct. However, that is the value that I place on that. What one man would pay $1 for, another man would pay $1 million.
You know.
It's all about value.
See, what I kind of find odd, and the one thing everybody's been quiet about, but everybody's noticed, is that big-ass diamond ring on her finger. He looks at his mother.
Yeah.
You think I didn't notice? You think everybody else didn't? Holy fuck, it's the talk of the house.
He kind of, breathes through his nose.
Kind of glances at
Leave it to Lorenzo.
Dante there.
I'm just kind of curious why she's kind of done very poor attempts at hiding it.
I haven't really tried to hide it. She just hasn't
You haven't
paid
exactly
attention.
brought it up either.
Exactly.
You would think something of that important, especially for a fat-ass diamond like that, which probably set your holiness back quite a bit of money, which I'm sure you don't care because, you take it from the dumbass Christians who give you that crap.
Money is a thing.
But
money is of no value.
Yeah, church is a business. We all know. He smiles.
Church isn't exactly a business, but we're not going to get into theological debate here.
Oh, come on. For all the money you guys make, you could feed the fucking homeless forever. The amount you guys get on tax breaks alone, the amount you got in 2013 for a tax break, could have fed the homeless and put everybody under roofs. But instead, y'all get this big-ass, churches with these big-ass sermons that have no meaning other than, hey, look, my pocket is lined better than yours.
That's a personal opinion. I disagree. I do believe in what I, speak, but...
But you're a vampire. You
I am.
See the irony in this one?
I don't, actually. I don't find the irony in this. I am a monster.
Do you know
God
how
made me
vampires
a
were
monster.
created?
And if God made me a monster... Oh, I'm very aware of our
God
history.
made a king monster. Everybody else was just a after effect.
Wait, this kid's spouting Book of Nod shit?
Yes, he is.
I immediately turn to give complete attention to the child and speak Enochian. Do you understand this?
He repeats, yes, I understand you completely well, in perfect Enochian. Why do you think they want me so bad? He says it in Enochian.
Even be like, whoa.
Yeah, his eyes widen and he looks at the child.
The only one who seems
speaking
to understand
Enochian
is
at
the
this
female
point.
Sitting next to him. But she doesn't say anything.
Yep, speaking to him in Enochian at this point because fuck everything. He looks at him. Do you want to learn about the true history? I can show you a complete copy of the book.
Oh, please. Cain was screwed because he was an idiot.
Cain's hubris was his pride.
That's every vampire's hubris. Let's be honest about it. You got pride, he's got pride, she's got pride. Marcella, all you see is him pointing to you guys and saying something strange, but obviously he's pointing to every kindred in the room right now.
But in all fairness, that something strange sounds beautiful.
Oh, it's awesome language. I mean, Enochian is the voice of the angels.
Yeah, exactly. It is the purest thing that you could ever hear.
Yeah, it is really fucking cool.
So yeah.
So you can give me the whole Kane's hubris was pride. That's all of your, you guys are all blood-sucking leeches. Let's break it down to brass tacks, so that way we cut around the bullshit and the foofara that all the kindred seem to have about making themselves sound like they're self-important pricks. Because let's face it, most of them.
William shakes his head and smiles, and looks at him.
I am not as
I know
stupid
someone
as
who's
people,
above that.
I'm not as stupid as most people assume. They think I'm a 16-year-old who doesn't know shit. They're wrong. I'm a 16-year-old who has the information age and a computer for a brain.
Wait, you have a computer for a brain?
Not literally.
Oh.
It's the term they use when I'm able to store so much information. I have an eidetic memory. I remember everything I see.
Everything that's written. Father has it.
Everything
very
that's
well.
written, everything that's, I see it, I remember it, it's a bitch, but it comes in handy when you pick up certain books.
Well, then...
I don't agree with the Spot, I don't agree with the Camarilla, I definitely don't agree with the Giovanni. They got some fucking issues.
Well, then why don't you let me get you out of here to somewhere safe?
Because I'm safe right now. Julian
You're
may
safe
act
until they
like
find
he's a
out
little...
Julian's plans.
Here's the catch. They're never going to find out Julian's plan. They're not that fucking bright.
Okay.
They're too busy chasing her down. He's pointing to the female.
Okay, be that as it may, I want your mother. And I know it would upset your mother immensely, and she won't leave without you.
I'm aware of that. She's really got to cut
That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you. Please come with me.
To a church? I'm not a church person.
No,
Come
not
on.
to a church. Not to a church. To a castle.
Really? Castle?
Like,
really?
honest to God, old school castle.
It's the 21st century, dude. Pop into the pop into the 80s.
It has power
to start with.
It has power. It runs off the grid. It has internet. We make our own internet back home.
What kind of internet you're on it? He looks at you. In perfect English now.
Back. Okay, at this point he's switching back over to English
for a reason. Because Julian was giving a weird look. He doesn't know Enochian.
Fast enough? He kind of shrugs. I don't use computers. Fast enough. Fast enough that you don't have wait times.
I don't have wait times here.
Zero latency. Zero latency, sir.
That's what they all say. Bet you I'd find some latency. It's mine.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to say this so everybody here in this room can hear it, and will keep you at your word. I will not be touched. He looks dead at you.
In what way? Just so since we're holding everything at its word.
Put your fangs back in your fucking mouth and keep them there away from me. How about that? Is that a little more clear for you? None of your peons will get their fangs near me because I'm not as weak as most people assume humans are. I've been hanging around with Giovanni. I learned way too much shit.
Where I'm taking you, there are other children your age.
Oh, great.
You will have people to socialize with who aren't dead.
If you put me in a fucking Catholic school, I'm going to kill you.
I'm not putting you in a Catholic school. But no, I don't plan on snacking on you. You haven't done anything to deserve my beating.
He looks curious, but I figure he'll question things later.
Do what?
He just kind of looks at you curiously, but you can tell it's one of those he'll just file it away for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he won't forget.
Nope.
Well, he will because that's not written. The rules of eidetic memory is anything written down.
There's another part that he never.
However, the rules do say
actually has both.
golden rule.
He does have both. He actually has eidetic and photographic memory. That's why he can remember so vividly.
There's a photographic memory, Merritt?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck.
If there isn't, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, if there isn't,
you're
making one.
Nice. Yeah. If there isn't, I'm making
Except
one.
for things you see or hear.
Because he's perfectly, eidetic memory is pretty open.
Yep.
As Sheldon on Big Bang Theory has proven. He can remember everything from, since he could remember. And they classify it under eidetic memory. Technically, that's what it's supposed to be. It's not necessarily written. It's everything. Because he can remember conversations, stuff like that. That's what eidetic memory is. But he has both. So he can look at a picture and never forget it. But anyways. Well, what does my mother say? Oh, wait, I can't ask her because she's already smitten by you. And he looks over at you. Oh, yeah, we all know that she's fully blood down to you.
As am I. He kind of raises an eyebrow. It was a mutual bonding.
Yeah, but she didn't tell nobody. She had a whole meeting with Julian and didn't say a word to him because he asked me if I knew. I said, nope.
I didn't know you shared that with everyone. She's like, seriously?
Well, it is kind of important considering I know how blood bonds work. Again, spend too much time in the library, hello, and the Giovanni library is pretty fucking extensive. Do you recall it? I can give you the page number I found it on. And the book. What shelf it was on. In what part of the library. Come on, Mom. Give me
Dante
some
looks
credit.
over at Julian. Looks
We
back
don't-
at...
we don't care about us.
It was...
I've already told her. What she does with her personal thing is correct. I assume
Dante
it was
looks
mutual.
back
I didn't
at,
think he didn't force it on me.
Yeah, Dante looks back at Lorenzo. You're dangerous, and given the right circumstances.
Yes. I think more Julian has the guards to protect me from what I do know and what I can do if given the right motivation. I think they're more for, making sure I stay in line rather than keeping an eye on me. That Julian gives him a like, you wounded me look. Oh, let's be honest. The amount of information I, as a mortal, know is way beyond anything that any other mortal knows. Even your own family members are dumb as shit. I know, I've had conversations with them. I had to be very careful what I said.
He raises an eyebrow. With
You
my
didn't know
family?
that Giovanni? No, Giovanni's family. Julian's. They keep their family out of the loop on a lot of things because, the less you know, the better kind of thing. He kind of does the jack-off thing. Yeah. I think it's stupid, but, some know, some don't. The only ones who really get in the know are the ones who get, put it in Giovanni terms, promoted.
Let's put it in family terms. Chosen.
No, they're promoted. That's what they classify it as. It's really fucking pathetic.
It's what the Giovanni classify it as. We classify it as you're chosen.
I need some time to think because I got a girlfriend. We're really getting along good. Gotta go back to Italy soon, but thinking about having her move down here. Get dual citizenship kind of thing. I have a feeling if I move in with you, that could cut that down a bit.
What if I could get her there too?
I think they would be very pissed off.
He looks at
Not our
Julian,
concern.
kind of raises a hand, no offense, looks back at Lorenzo.
Not our concern.
They're independent.
No, I just meant because they've been so careful around her. I mean,
Wait,
come on.
what?
She's here now, and they have no idea. She has no idea what they are. You know how hard it is to keep this information secret?
Not
Especially
that
from
hard.
someone I really care about?
Dominate.
Oh, there's a difference. Do I look like I have dominate? He just looked at you.
Eat you.
I, as a human, do not have the power to dominate. Unless there's, unless people have suddenly been kicking in their, extra senses that I'm not aware of. I mean, you hear the rumors, oh, look, that guy moved a thing with his mind. Yeah, no, he didn't. He used strings.
Oh.
So I assume you're not a revenant then,
No.
based on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope,
Well,
nope.
we're on the same page here.
I'm a full-blooded human. He's pointing to his arms. Still got blood in those veins. My own. No one else's.
Revenants have their own blood.
Yeah, if you say so. It came from someone else eventually down the line. I'll leave it at that. No, I
So-
just happen to be born into the right family there. He looks over at his mother.
She just smiles at him.
Hey, I'm just glad I ain't got, 4 arms, 3 legs, 2 heads. So, I'm happy with that.
She just shakes her head.
What? You want me to go into who my father is?
Oh, I believe we're all in this room very aware of who your father is.
Dude's got issues. Hardcore issues. He's my dad, but he's got issues, man. No, he's got subscriptions.
We all have issues.
No, he's got subscriptions.
Okay. So,
Just
Lorenzo, you need time? How much time?
I don't know. That's not something you can exactly put a time on and how much time you gotta think about it. You gotta remember, you're trying to uproot me from what I'm so used to and kind of enjoying because everybody thinks I'm an idiot. Well, not anymore. Julian's now gonna be a little more cautious when he talks. He smiles. Julian just kind
I
of
think you're an idiot.
shrugs. Well, I knew you didn't. You know better.
Damn right I do.
He smiles. But I mean, I need some time. I need to figure some things out. I need to truly decide what I want because you're not the only person. Julian's asked me. Shit, even Marianne here has asked me what I want to do with my life.
Hell, I've asked him too.
My mom's asked, Sasha's asked, everybody's asked me. And you know what I tell them all? I'm a fucking 16-year-old kid. I still got time.
Tell you what. How about this?
I'm listening.
You come with me for a week. If you don't enjoy where you're at, we'll bring you back. In one piece, untouched.
He looks over at Julian. Just a week. You're 16 years old.
Dante
You have the
smiled
right
at
to
that and
choose what you wish. I will support your decision. I will tell you, though, Father, if he does come back harmed in any way, I will bring the full weight of the family down upon you.
What was that last part you cut out?
I just figured I'd let you know to be very clear. If he is harmed or touched in any way, I will lie my ass off to the family and tell them you kidnapped him and did untoward things to him. And you have to deal with the consequences when they come calling.
Nothing's going to happen.
I don't think so, but I just have to be very clear and make sure my point is made.
Dante will nod at this.
I'm sure Dante quite expected this.
I expected something. Wasn't quite sure what I expected, but something, nonetheless.
Well, judging by the fact that you handed over your gun in the first place, I can only assume you expected a war.
I expected to get diablerized, or at least someone to try.
Why?
Why? Because of the message that you had delivered.
What, that I wanted to talk to you? Well, yeah, I needed to talk
No, the come alone and come unarmed.
to you. Yeah.
And to
And that's
send
because
regards.
that way I make sure you're not, planning anything untoward.
Oh,
And it stays moving
Julian.
ground. He opens his coat. There are no guns on me. The only guns are on my men who are outside, who will not come in unless I give the signal.
He smiles. Julian, if I wanted people here, they would be here. This is not a threat. This meeting was specifically to one, secure Lorenzo. Two, to look at you. And now that I have Lorenzo on board for a week, let's get down to brass tacks. Marcella, are you coming with me when I go?
Of course.
Very well. Lorenzo, you're
Thank
coming
you.
with me for a week?
Can you make sure my cars go too?
Yeah.
Why? So they,
As a matter of fact, we'll
are
make
you sure that's a
whatever car
wise
you'd like.
idea?
What? Come on.
The last time
Okay,
they
the
traveled
Lamborghini's a little
back-
iffy. Okay. We can leave the Lamborghini here, but the Mercedes has definitely got to go. You kidding? Sasha loves that car. Actually, she loves my Lamborghini more, but it's an Italian thing.
So, what I would like, Julian, at this point, since we have the happy part of this conversation handled, I would like your blessing on Marcella and I. Because family is a thing for you guys. A very important thing.
Well, again, as I stated, you're not the only one who's sought interest in her.
He looks over at her and looks at her hand, and then looks back at Julian with a very wry smile. I'm the only one that she wears a ring for.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Well, here's the catch. Here's what she is failing to tell you the entire time. The other one who has interest is a family member.
He kind of, his upper left part of his upper lip kind of curls up, kind of in the "you" kind of way.
And here's the more interesting part. From what I heard, you know him.
I do.
Yes.
Prior
Vittorio.
to this meeting,
Funny.
and he stops mid-sentence. Oh. Ew.
She says yes. She had said yes. You do know him. After that, but
Yeah, I know him. Not sure, but... Okay,
I
Julian.
just thought it's only fair to know your rival, so to speak.
Yeah, and he'll nod at this real slow. I guess the ultimate question is, Julian, do you give me your blessing on this?
He said two things. Well, that's where I'm kind of at a conundrum, because you both are offering things in exchange for her. And him, to be exact. Both are offering almost the exact same thing. So the other one doesn't have access to a city.
I do.
A city.
I have access to a city.
Untouched by it.
I have access to thaumaturgy. And he'll fold his hands into
Okay.
one another and look at him at this.
He looks at you. So do I. He looks to her.
Oh.
And her.
I have access to the church. which he does as well.
Yeah.
I have access to get loose end out of your hair.
Break it down. Well, from what I hear, there are things in the mix to solve that problem on its own.
He'll smile.
The council is
Yes,
the
but those
council
things
is
in the
more
mix,
late.
those things in the mix in the council don't look at Lucinde and go, Auntie Lucinde, how are you this evening? I can get her out of your hair.
Well, being a kindred, that's the one good thing. We have patience. We can
Yes.
bide our time and wait. She'll eventually disappear on her own.
She will eventually leave.
Being a Justicar, she can't be a prince in a Justicar, so she'll have to pick one or the other eventually. And we already know she's going right back to the Justicar. Won't be long now before she's out. And the council, I can deal with.
Okay, perhaps I'm going about this all wrong.
Perhaps you are.
Julian, what is it
Yes,
that
Mom.
you want? Because we all
To be
have
quite
wants.
To be quite honest, there really isn't much. I mean, right now things are going pretty decent. Our businesses are taking off. Things are going well. We don't have too many issues because, the whole independent thing. Most people leave us the fuck alone. And those who dare tread, well, they know what they tread against.
Dante will kind of rub his jawline. Julian,
Honestly,
I'm about to...
let's
I'm
break it
about
down
to-
this way. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I'm going to make you an
Curious.
offer that you can't refuse.
Oh, wow.
He
we are
kind of
on
smiles at
mafia
this. How about this?
Make you offer. I can understand.
How about this? You give me the okay, and I owe you.
You see, that kind of gets his attention.
I owe you for whenever you may need a favor, because someday you will.
No.
Someday you will need something. And you will have in your pocket me. No questions asked. Whatever you need, I will do. I will ask very rudimentary questions that I need to complete the thing, whatever it is, successfully.
Tell you what,
And
I'll
should I
have
fail?
an answer for you by the time young man returns from his trip. Fair
Very
enough.
well. Works for me.
Lorenzo, you may want to go get back to. Yep, I already planned on it. I'm done, right, Julian? Yeah, you're good. He, is a perfect gentleman to Mariana. Kisses her, hand. She just kind of smiles. He walks out the door. See you in a bit, Mom.
He kind of
Closes the door.
See
He
ya.
kind of rubs his jawline. Julian, you're making my plans for this trip very problematic.
How so?
Because I intended to have my uncle marry us while we were gone.
Well, see, again, the problem I have is we do have a family member who has taken interest in her. I'm not sure what the interest is, I just know he's taken interest in her. I gathered by the little toy he brought for her that there's more than what's being told to me. He looks over at her.
Dante raising an eyebrow. A toy?
Oh, well, 2 to be technical if you want to count the creepy hand that walks around on its own. Yes, I've
A
noticed.
hand that's a perversion on one of the thaumaturgical rituals.
Yes, I believe so. The other toy, however, is much larger.
Yeah.
What is the other toy?
Oh
I
God.
can't even begin to describe it.
God. I have a picture of it somewhere.
Okay.
It's an amalgamation. Out of character, it's basically like a big,
I will,
giant, creepy beast thing that's made of all kinds of parts.
I will send this to you.
He really is the true Giovanni through and through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways. Dante will look at Julian.
Again,
It's ugly.
I mean, that's the one problem I have, is that if I give blessing, am I going to catch shit from the other one? Probably. Could he make life difficult here? Oh, most assuredly, due to his other family ties.
Well,
Would he? I
then
don't
we will
know.
call this. We will call this answer an off the record, if you will.
Off the record, she's an adult in every way, shape, and form, and really not my say whether.
Sorry. I was trying to play with you.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, there was no dinner.
Oh, nice. Okay. Do what?
No, close the door.
Gotcha. Sorry, the people I'm staying with just got home.
Gotcha.
So
So
yeah,
I mean, it's really not my say. I mean, I know
it's not your
technically.
say. However,
Yeah. Well, I'm the
it would
closest
further
thing to
family
your
relations.
father. Oh, I would prefer
Give me
that
1
you
second.
wait so at least I can.
Yeah. Nope. Awkward silence.
So I didn't expect Lorenzo to break out in the religious thing, huh?
No. That's fine and dandy. He is.
I had to give him some personality. Come on, he's a 16-year-old who's been hanging around people who fuck with the dead all the time.
She knows well enough to know that he's not to be underestimated, so really nothing that he can say is going to actually, like, surprise her, whether
Well,
she knows he knows it or not at this point, like...
Yeah, he said some shit that actually surprised Julian that he knew.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect? Leave a 16-year-old
Right?
access to a computer where you can get massive knowledge? Well, you're going to get some shit.
Right?
Stick around people who try to be subtle. Yeah.
Right? Oh, man.
It's so hilarious. My favorite was when he fucked with you because he knew Enochian.
Right? Like,
Yeah, that is the biggest part that fucked with me.
right.
So, anyways,
Well, he
Dr.
picks
Z.
random languages and studies them. He knows quite a few because he has a lot of free time. I mean, Italian,
So-
you know he speaks fluently. But Italian didn't seem to fit because everybody in the room fucking knows Italian.
Yeah, except the Padre. The Padre doesn't speak Italian.
Oh, well, that's good.
So,
That's why
he'll
he
look
didn't
at,
because he knew everybody else did.
he'll look at Julian. So, essentially what you're telling me is you could care less.
Honestly, she's her own person. I mean, I'm sure the family would tell me that she needs to, keep roots in the family, but, oh well, we'll just leave that disturbing image alone.
As far as the family needs to be aware, she's marrying Alessandra.
You just kind of look at you.
Everything that happened was before my time.
Doesn't matter. I could care less. I mean, you have enough pull within the Camarilla that they haven't killed you yet, so I can only assume that there's leeway there. Either that or they just don't know.
That's because they don't know. The fact that you know is concerning.
Why? It's not like they have dealings with the Camarilla. Remember, they kind of don't like our kind because, we mess with the dead. They're dead.
Except our progenitor escaped.
Yeah.
That's why he's like dropping it down. Yep. Isn't there a basket of bricks?
Want to be here for a second?
Well, like I said, I prefer you wait because I need to definitely think this over. This is not something I can just jump into willy-nilly. Off the record, I could care less. It's her life, or unlife. It's hers to do with as she pleases. I do not enforce the family values as much as I probably should. Well, that's because I've been shown the better side of things. He just looks by you.
To her, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn to her.
She looks at you. Yes.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you're old. You're extremely old.
She flips you off.
Your age terrifies me.
You don't like it when I dance, man.
And if I wanted to do you harm, dear boy, I would have.
He kind
Now
of
that I know what you are, that helps me even more. But I'm here merely as an observer, in a merely observational capacity. Julian asked me, since I was here visiting anyways, to sit in and give my input when I felt it was necessary. I haven't felt it was necessary, so I haven't given my input.
he'll nod and he'll look back at Julian. Tell you what, I'll trump what I've already given as an offer. When this is all said and done, I'll help you take the Tremere Chantry.
Oh.
Without you breaking the promise.
Really? How do you plan
And
on
he
doing
turns
that?
back.
The Tremere tend to be a little pissy about that.
He smiles and turns back to her. The Tremere are usurpers. They're
I'm
thieves
well
of their
aware.
blood. That, for all the family bickering we have between our two, is our goal. He turns to Julian. Wouldn't the family just love to get their hands on thaumaturgy?
Most of the family would. Who'd say I'd share it? He smiles.
He smiles back. I can teach you how to break the chains. In exchange for your blessing.
Like I said, off the record, I could care less. On the record, officially, I need time to digest the information and really compare all aspects.
He nods. Just like on the record officially, I don't know thaumaturgy. I'm just a simple Lasambra.
I know not of what you speak.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
What you do and what you don't know and everything else really is no concern of mine. We're independent, we do our own thing, we're left the fuck alone, and that's how we appreciate it.
Actually, you being independent may be of use here. Julian, there's something very big out there, and it frightens me. And since we're being all chummy here, maybe you know something that I don't.
I have a feeling I know what he's talking about.
What
So-
could you be talking about?
What do you know of the Sabbat in the city? Or more particularly, what do you know of an individual? And he describes Gareth.
Yep.
And he looks confused, but he's looking past you. I don't know anything. He's looking right at Mariana.
He looks at her. What do you know of this Lasambra?
I know he's dangerous.
Anything?
I know he was embraced during the eruption at Pompeii.
I know I'm going to kill him.
I know that when he was embraced while the lava surrounded him and was cooling. So I know every morning he wakes up in extreme pain and anger. I
Why
also
would
know
he come after?
he's what they classify as an abyssal mystic and dangerous.
Good.
He is one of the Sabbat's top strategists. If he's here, there's more going on than meets the eye.
He's here. Or at
Well,
least he
there's
was.
definitely more going on than meets the eye.
A lot.
Do we
Which
have a
means
clue?
there are more plots going on than what have been revealed.
Do we have any clue on what's
Well,
going on with Jade?
Like I said, I was told that there's a fake running around, but what I didn't say over the message was that to
And
Lysandra.
at this point, he'll turn to her. Is it Gareth? I'm sorry. Etiquette. He will not say the name because he doesn't know the name.
Yeah.
He will say, is it this Lysandra?
Creepy guy.
Or just a Lysandra?
I'm not entirely sure. Nobody is. We just know that apparently Lysandra has been pretending to be Jade, and we don't really know for how long.
I do know Jade's true brother is here in town. And
Yes,
he's
he
not
is.
one.
That's who I
That does
spoke
not bode
to.
well for me. Lysandra running rampant in the city does not bode well for me.
And there were two to be technical. One was captured, portraying himself as a venture.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there aren't more in the city.
Well,
And I'm wondering if
trying-
maybe they're looking for you. Looks at you, Dante.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think they're here for any other reason. Doesn't make sense. That's quite a few Lysandra in one city. Yeah.
for the record, Bill,
Battle
just
with
stating,
egos.
Dante's the official sire has been around since like 1104 or
Mhm.
some shit. He was a crusader during the Second Crusade.
Mhm.
So, just for the record, he's a very old Lysandra, so any Lysandra who've been around for a while know who he is.
Mhm.
Because, well, he converted Ravnos from Path of Sin to Road of Heaven. Or Road of Sin to Road of the Devil to Road of Heaven. It's wonderful. I'm sorry. Did I say Lysandra? No, he converted a Ravnos from Road of the Devil to
You said
Road of
Ravnos.
Heaven.
You said right.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I did say what I meant. Okay, well, at that, he will smile. Well,
So maybe
Then I
Lorenzo with
believe-
the essay that you think.
I
That
don't
was
intend to have him here in the city. I intend to take him home, where he can be protected by people older than me and more powerful than me. More particularly my father.
Take him down and have him hang out with the gang girl. Good luck touching him there.
Yeah, this is true. But, that being said, I digress.
Mm.
And he turns to,
I did agree he can have a week with you, so I'm not going to go back on that. I gave my word and I'll keep it.
Gotcha. Well, if we are good here, I'm assuming we're good, yes? And he kind of tilts his head to the side.
I think everything's been discussed, and unless there's something else in it.
He shakes his head. No, I'm
No?
quite satisfied.
Marcella, is there anything else you're hiding from us that we need to know? It just looks at you.
No.
You sure?
Oh! He smiles and looks over at Julian.
Uh.
Did I mention she said yes?
Well, I figured since she's got the ring on her finger.
I'm certain.
Good.
Else.
I did hear word, by the way. Not only is Jade's brother in town, but Jade's great grandnephew's here too.
Okay.
Apparently, it's becoming a family affair in this city.
Wonderful.
Apparently.
Well, then I believe I should not hold them any longer. if they're looking for me. Because the longer they wait, the
Gangrel
more
aren't.
suspicious they will
The
get.
Gangrel are looking for their. The Gangrel are purely here for Jade's sake. They could care less about everything else.
It's true.
This group of Gangrel is pure independent. No matter what the rest of the clan feels, this group has chosen to stay independent. They are only here for Jade and Jade only. So anything that gets in their way will be problematic. And I would damn sure stay the fuck out of their way.
Everyone else seems to be looking for Jade, from what it sounds like. The real Jade. No one's
What we
looking
need
for the
to be
fake.
doing is looking
Correct.
exactly. And he smiles over at Marcella.
Well, it makes it more ironic because from what I've heard, questions were raised among some of the kindred about where did Carlisle get that fucking axe from? No one believes he got it from Sven himself. But he did sell Sven's axe on the black market. How the fuck
Well.
did he get it?
I would
Also,
dare say that
who gave up the
Sven's probably
information-
dead. He's been missing for this long.
Oh, no doubt.
Nobody's heard anything. He's probably dead in someone's belly.
Likely.
Yeah, most people are pretty much counting on that. The other curious factor is most people are trying to figure out, and I don't think that they ever got the answer, but who uncovered Harvey as being an Archon for Lucinda?
Jade directed me to him. Wait,
yes, but
Harvey
who
was an
told
Archon?
Jade? Mm.
Mm.
Been true Archon at that.
Fuck. And he immediately,
Oh, and she does
has
know.
his hand on the table and, starts raking his nails. Oh.
She does know that he was killed, and she does know who killed him. And who was in the room.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy.
You can thank a Ravnos for that one.
Oh. He kind of shakes his head.
Well, the Ravnos is gone from the city.
Good.
Of course he is.
Apparently,
I'd kill myself if he wasn't.
apparently Carlisle was an infernalist.
Joy. Well,
Not
that
bad for
being
Carlisle. He didn't get to do much
joy
with it.
for us. Well, that being said, I believe I have another meeting I have to attend at this point then. I believe at this point the stance is you are releasing Lorenzo and Marcella into my care.
Lorenzo for a week, Marcella for as long as she wants.
Well, can I get a small favor then? Can you hold on to Lorenzo until we get back?
Okay. I'm sure
I'm
he's
going to
want
go have
some
a
time to
meeting,
take
and I
that
would
massage.
prefer if Marcella came with me.
Okay.
That being said, he will excuse himself, help Marcella out of her chair, help her out to the car, unless she has something else she needs to do here, and
No.
and they will leave. That being said, I've got to go for right now. I will be back in probably half an hour if you guys are still up to do a follow-up to this.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.